Perfect. So, we've now got this line here, like so. We've got a 135 mark. Now, something tells me we're going to have to put another mark in. So what is it? What's my next step? Hands up, what's my next step? Come on. Give me an easy. What? Or tell me something easy to do. The 75-degree angle. Okay, so Aura wants me to draw a line here from 75 degrees. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come from this point here, right? That's only our first class, don't worry. And I'm going to mark down this line at 75 degrees, right? 75 degrees. Or not 75 degrees, beg your pardon. It's 65 millimeters. I beg your pardon, don't listen to me. Are you waiting on this? So 65 millimeters down. So anyone that needs that. Okay, so I'm going to place my protractor along this line. Okay, watch how, because it's a straight line, I'm able to use my my T-square. It makes it a little bit easier, doesn't it? Right, so I've got my point here on my 65 millimeter mark. I'll be with you now 1 second, Aaron. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here 0, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75. Leave a mark there. Connect my 2 points and carry the line on. See that? Okay, so now we have kind of like, would you say it's kind of almost the main part of the staple, the heavy bit of the staple done, okay? So, let's draw that line through. Okay, so we have that done now. Now, give me another next easy step. Brian, you gave it to me at the first bit. What's the next thing I could do there? I've got the kind of the body of the stapler built. What's the next thing? So Brian is saying that I'm going to break this line up. He said it originally that I have to break it up into like 35, 10, 15, and then 20, okay? So let's do that, okay? So I'm going to start at the bottom though, and I'm going to go, my first measurement is 20. So I'm going to mark a millimeter, 20. The next measurement I'm going to mark is 15. 15, okay? And then I'm going to mark 10 millimeters. 10. Right? And after that, I'm going to mark 35. Grand. Easy. So, we've got 20, 15, 10, and 35. Okay? So, what's my, what's the next measurement that I can make? Come on, give me the next measurement. It's easy. So I'm going to put 2 more in. The first one is, I'm going to mark along here, 3 more say. I'm going to mark along here, this is 65. Sorry, I'm after making a small mistake. You mark along here at 65, I marked 75. That was an error. So I'm going to mark this one in first. 75 degrees. Okay, so that's there. That's done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark from here, I'm going to mark 95 degrees, or 95 millimeters. Okay, and that'll leave me with 20 mil here. So, I'm going to mark up here. I'm going to mark up at 75 degrees, okay? 75. And 75. Okay? So, grand. So I've got 72 lines up here at 75 degrees, okay? So, I'm going to take this point here across, and that's the top of my stapler. That's kind of like the handle there. So we've got the handle drawn there. So can everyone get to that point?